You ever notice nothing is actually falling apart in your life, but nothing is improving either? Like you're not failing, but you're also not moving forward. You wake up, you go through your day, you do what you're supposed to do, and somehow it still feels off. Not painful enough to panic, but not good enough to feel satisfied. That middle state is where most people get stuck for years. Most people think their problem is something big. They think they need a new opportunity, a new environment, a new plan. But the reality is way simpler. You're just repeating the same patterns. Not exactly the same day, but the same structure. Wake up tired, check your phone, do what's required, escape into distractions, repeat. And because nothing looks wrong on the surface, you don't question it. But that repetition, that's your life being built. Your life isn't decided in big moments. It's decided in small ones. The moment you choose comfort instead of effort. The moment you delay something important. The moment you say, I'll do it later. Individually, these decisions feel harmless, but stacked together, they create a direction. And that direction doesn't show up immediately. It shows up months later. That's why people feel confused. They don't connect the small decisions to the life they're living now. This is the part people don't want to hear. You're not stuck because life is hard. You're stuck because you're constantly distracted. Every free moment gets filled. Scrolling, watching, consuming. You never sit still long enough to actually think. And thinking is where change starts. If you never pause, you never correct your direction. So you keep moving, but in the same loop. You already know what's wrong. You know what you're avoiding. You know what you should be doing. You know where you're wasting time. But instead of acting, you look for more information, more videos, more advice, more motivation, because it feels productive without actually requiring effort. But information without action is just another form of distraction. Because comfort is not the enemy, but too much comfort kills progress because it removes friction. And friction is what forces growth. When everything feels easy, you stop pushing, you stop improving, and over time, your standard drops. Not suddenly, gradually, quietly, until your life becomes something you never planned, but somehow accepted. At some point, you have to be honest. Your life right now is a reflection of what you tolerate, the habits you allow, the time you waste, the excuses you accept. That's your standard. And nothing changes until that standard changes. Not your goals, not your plans, your standard. Because your standard controls your actions. This is where most people fail. They want change to feel powerful. They want it to feel different. But real change feels boring. It's doing simple things, consistently, waking up on time, doing what you planned, not negotiating with yourself, over and over again. No excitement, no instant reward, just repetition. And that's why most people quit. Time keeps moving, whether you change or not. There's no pause, no reset, no warning. Days turn into weeks, weeks turn into months, and suddenly, you're in the same place, not because you couldn't change, but because you didn't. So if your life feels off right now, it's not random, it's not bad luck. It's the result of repeated days that didn't move you forward. And the only way to fix that is to change what you repeat. Not everything at once, just one part, one habit, one decision, repeated daily, because your life is built in silence.